Okay, welcome to episode 92 of the Beer
The Beer
and the Bullshit Show.
Bullshit.
Yay!
Yeah.
Just drinking beer and bullshitting.
Whew.
We're back from our summer,
Hiatus.
what would you say, hiatus? Thank you. Our summer hiatus. Um,
Yeah.
we might get episode 100 in by the end of the year. Ugh. Maybe.
Maybe.
The first of the year, maybe episode 100.
That's a lot of beers and a lot of bullshit.
That's a lot of beers and a lot of bullshit. That's right. I missed you guys. I mean, it's been kind of lonely, without you guys. But hey, it had to be done. People go on vacations, and stuff like
My
that.
work schedule was insane.
And I understand, and that's why we take a 2-month break in the summer for this whole
from this hard, very strenuous.
That's right. Did you guys catch the
store?
Did you guys catch the eclipse on Monday?
Yes.
Sort of.
Planned a whole 5-day weekend around it.
A 5-day weekend. Woo!
Yeah. I want to be ahead of
Sat on the
everybody and sit out.
So
I went and sat on the deck and smoked a
delicious.
cigarette and had a beer.
well, I was at one of my stops, and one of my buddies from church, he happened to be there. He works at a particular store, and he comes in. He goes, "Get your butt out here. Let's go see an eclipse real quick. You take 1 minute out of your time." So I was like, "All right, fine. I'm going out there." Hands me the glasses, and I looked up for about 30 seconds. I said, "Okay, I saw it." Went back in, did my job. So
It's great. It's very patriotic.
yes, patriotic, yes.
Yeah.
So Shane, since you're first up at bat, I've only had 3 sips of my beer, and I sound like I'm drunk.
I know. I got started late today.
Anyway, what do you got for us tonight? What are you sipping on?
On deck, I've got some Melvin, some Modus Operandi, and the good old Torpedo Extra IPA. That's here in Nevada. This Melvin, I have not tried this yet, but it's 7.5%, which is kind of dope, I guess, for an IPA. It's decent enough, and it's from Wyoming. It's a Wyoming beer. And you know about Ska. Their Modus Operandi is a great IPA from Durango, Colorado. We don't have to say anything about Sierra Nevada.
Yeah.
But I'm a little stoked about the Melvin because I've never had Melvin. And I want to know if Wyoming people, does their beer taste like sheep? Or I'm curious.
I don't know. You know what they say about Wyoming?
They say a lot of things about Wyoming.
Okay. Well, they say Wyoming, where the men are mannered, sheep are nervous. So
it's just mostly central to Laramie, I guess. It's
right.
Not really a big deal. Like, sheep.
Well, everything is like Cheyenne, Wyoming, Laramie, and Casper. Everywhere else is like, what's Wyoming? There's some really nice spots. Like Yellowstone. You go up to Yellowstone and the Grand Teton and stuff like that. But no one lives up there, which is kind of cool.
It is cool. There's a whole area between Idaho and Wyoming and Montana up in the Yellowstone area that's kind of ungoverned. And if you were to commit a crime, they say that nobody would know who should prosecute you in that area if somebody were to commit a crime. It would be in a jurisdiction that's not covered. But they'll find a way to screw you.
Oh, well, of course. I thought about doing a Western type free state project, because not all of us would like to go all the way out to New Hampshire.
No.
I don't want to go to New Hampshire. Yuck.
No thanks.
And start one right up there in the great state of Wyoming.
Yeah, Wyoming. It's beautiful country. Good people. Plenty of beef.
And they leave you alone.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's what I want. I want to be left alone.
That's nice.
People up there have a lot of guns, and that helps in being left alone.
Guns are good. It's nice about my.
I'm kind of an introvert, so I just don't like being around a lot of people.
Yeah, it's the nice thing about my mountain property. That's where I was for the eclipse.
Okay.
It's just real wide open and not a lot of neighbors. So it's very much an introvert's paradise. And you can always go cruise down to the bar and get Dylan Dam beer or South Park Brewing beer right there at the bar 9 miles away. The food's great. I don't know how I got there, but yeah. So
I need to set up a time that we all could get together on the show, and I know that people are going to show up on the show, to where I can do a show from a brewery. So, I mean, I'm thinking maybe sometime in October or something. I'm not quite sure yet.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to wangle things.
But
I don't want it. I don't want it being a bus like it was like the last time I did an on-site show. So. Okay. So I'll let you know when I'm thinking about going up, and I'll. So.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how I came through it when I was at the Picosa Brewery back in May, but I think it was pretty noisy.
Yeah, it was a little noisy.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta attempt something, or else you don't know how it goes. So.
Mm-hmm. That was definitely a brewery that I wanted to visit. Was the Picosa Brewing. And the food was great. They had fish and chips.
Fish on chips.
Fish and chips, salmon, pink salmon, baby. Oh,
I love
pretty
salmon.
Nice. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. So. Their beers didn't have a big range in the ABV. Was the one thing that was kind of surprising.
So, well, I broke down, but I'm not going to have any on the show today. I broke down last week and bought some Oktoberfest beers and the Sam Adams Variety Pack, but I'm not having any Oktoberfest beers until probably about after my birthday, which is a week from today.
Ooh.
So,
happy early birthday.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to send Chris beer.
No, actually this year, I'm not even asking for beer this year. which is, okay. Wow, Chris is not asking for beer this year? No. Actually, I want to. My favorite beer reviewer, Greg, from Greg's Beer Reviews, has this snifter glass, and I want one of those for my birthday, so I can get a better aroma on the beers and stuff like that as I'm tasting them and reviewing them and stuff like that. So, That's what I really want for my birthday. Other than that, I'm still loaded with beers from freaking 4th of July still. So,
Yeah, that's great. I think I would have had that gone by now.
Yeah, well, it's been a busy summer, summertime for us at the distributor. We've got a new brewery that we're profiling. Um,
Any can you give any revelations about that?
yes. Actually, yesterday the wife and I went to one of our favorite places to eat, and they had the beer on tap. It's from Revolution. They're out of Chicago, Illinois, and they distribute it in 4 different states. And their beers are really good. The Anti-Hero IPA is their flagship, and that's a good IPA. They have a Citra Hero, which just flew off the shelves. And their 12-pack varieties are, you could barely find those. They say they're going to ramp up production on those. So I tried the Eugene. It's a porter, and it's a good porter. I know it's not really porter season or whatever. Well,
that's okay.
It all depends. I mean, Amy over there will drink a freaking stout in 100-degree weather in the middle of summer.
I'm guilty of that too, especially like you're having some tacos and a stout, and you're sweating your ass off, and you feel good because it counts for the heat.
I actually have one of those when you come around to me that I'll be drinking later. So
great.
So yeah.
So is that an IPA? The second beer that you mentioned, the citrus.
The Citra Hero.
Yeah, Citra Hero. Is that an IPA?
Yeah, it's an IPA as well. Right.
Sounds pretty doable.
Yeah. So they've got a rotating schedule of beers and stuff like that. So and they're flying off the shelves here in Springfield because we got a lot of people who apparently like Revolution. In fact, the rep that I talked to yesterday said that their Anti-Hero IPA is the so we sell more 6-packs of those in the state of Illinois than any other 6-pack in Illinois. So
of craft beer?
No, of any beer.
Just of all beer.
Even of like all beer.
Coors,
not
even Coors.
Right. Not just Coors and Budweiser and Miller Lite. They sell more 6-packs of those than Miller Lite 6s, Coors Light 6s, Banquet 6s, Budweiser 6s. Yeah.
Even PBR. Even PBR.
Even the PB Gizzle. Yep.
That's good. As long as they're beating the hipsters, I'm happy.
So if I ever make it up to Chicago, I'm going to make it to that brewery. I've been wanting to. So
that's a few hours from you, huh?
Yeah, it's about 3 hours. Yeah.
3 hours.
And surprise, surprise, I was just told yesterday that Mr. Bennett here is going to have Saturdays off.
Yay.
Yeah, right? So
yeah. We could go and hang out in Chicago, Chi-Town, get some brews. Bet you have too many beers now. We should come over and help you.
Come on over, Shane.
Or you could bring him. You could load him in the car and bring him to Milk and Honey. yeah.
The land of milk and honey. Yes.
I was gonna say if you could see the beer collection that my boyfriend has put together for me. Plus, I just got 3 of the Avery 18%, close to 18% Demons of Ale, a piece for us. 3 different ones, which he's never had any of them. So we'll be starting on those probably this weekend. But right now, I just opened up one of the pretty evil ones that he went out of his way to get for me because he loves me. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
having I'm having one from Adroit Theory, which is a brewery that I stock in Centersville, Virginia, and everything they produce is evil and awesome. It's a triple IPA. It's Ghost 540 because that's how they label their bills or their beers, but it's called I Am Death, Destroyer of Worlds. So let's see if I can get the label in here. Hold on. Yes, I Am Death, Destroyer of Worlds. And if that's not a gnarly, evil, awesome label, I've never seen one. But anyways, it's a triple IPA. It comes in at 10%. It's phenomenal. My boyfriend hates IPAs. So obviously this one,
Perfect.
whenever he sees it, he stocks it up for me. But they're a little pricey and they're real hard to find. This one's been out of production since last year. He was able to find me a bottle. They only do single runs of most of their beers, and this is bottle 1744 out of 5,000.
Wow.
But they are killer. And the bad thing is I live in Virginia, and I can't get them in Virginia without going to Centerville. But Centerville's up closer to D.C., and he's able to pick them up from a beer store about 30, 45 minutes north of him, north of Baltimore. So he's good to me. But we went this past weekend, and just a shout out to Duclaw, because we just went to their 21st birthday party, and got fucked up like football bats. Ended up drinking a 21% beer. It was ridiculous. Anyways, we got a little drunk, we took an Uber, but for their 21st birthday, I had to have their 21st anniversary beer, which is a Russian Imperial Stout, and they had to rename it from the original recipe, and alter it a little bit because of the alcohol laws. But this one will be for later. It's 8.5, and it's 21 the hard way. But I had a little bit over the weekend, and that was really good too. So I'm looking into getting into that. So I'm blowing y'all's ABVs out the park again, as always.
Yours is strong like that.
Mm-mm.
She's just a high AVP gal, high AVP.
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
I like my triple
if it ain't
IPAs.
8%, she says if it ain't 8%, it ain't for me.
That's serious.
No, but I mean, if unless it is absolutely just the best tasting beer in the world, I'm not paying $14 a 6-pack or $20 for a bomber of beer. I mean, it's got to really be worth it. And I do like the boozier flavors. I mean, like this triple IPA. I mean, it's got some booziness to it. But I wish I had like a better computer, because I mean, there's just, let's see if I can pull it out a little bit. Just
You know what? I can
artwork
actually.
Yeah, it's
Right. It's nice.
gnarly. I don't know. I love it. Evil bottle, evil beer.
Evil beer.
Good shit.
Locking
Hi, Scott.
horns.
Locking horns.
Scott!
Scott.
What's up?
What's up, Scott?
Not
The
too
beer
much. What's going on,
genius.
man?
Before you even say anything, Scott, I know what you're already drinking.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
Yep.
No, actually, right now I started on the Boston Lager.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'm shocked that you're not drinking the Oktoberfest.
Nikki said did the math almost every night. That's it. No, actually, I've already plowed through one of their 6-packs, and I've also got another one started.
plowed through.
Hey, Scott, you'd be happy to know that, I went by Sam's Club last week and I grabbed the 28 pack of Oktoberfest and I grabbed the 24 pack variety. So, haven't started on any of them yet, but
So far, that's cool. I mean, have you guys? I didn't know how far it shipped out, but did you guys get the Brewing the American Dream multi packs?
no.
I don't think so. I haven't seen it. I don't
I haven't
think.
seen those. What do they got in them?
There's one of the bottles. I've already plowed through them all. It's called the Tea Party Saison, an ale brewed with tea, coriander, grains of paradise.
That sounds actually pretty good.
Oats McGoats Stout. All this is a collaboration with 5 different brewers. Let's see.
Okay.
The Desert Kaleidoscope IPA. The Time Hopped Porter. And what's this one? The 390 Bock. So, I mean, you get 2 of the Boston Lager, you get 2 of every one of these, but it's a Bock beer, an IPA, a stout, a saison, and a porter.
Who's the collaboration with the first one, the Saison?
The saison is collaboration with Woods Beer.
Never heard of it. It sounds good though. I really like Strange Ways here in Virginia is one of the first beers I ever had that had like the coriander and stuff like that in it. But I like the flavor that it brought into it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's a little bit different. Well, it kind of resembles their the summer ale, but it's got more of a saison tartness, a little sour. It's got a little bit of like a Belgian kind of flavor to it. But overall, I mean, all the beers were delicious, and I kind of like I lean towards more of the darker side of things. So I ended up liking the Oats McGoat Stout. That's actually been around for a while, and I think that's what really got them started on this pack. If I'm not mistaken, that's actually been around for at least a year or two. The other ones, I think that they just picked up off of, I don't know if they were portioned in the Brewing of the American Dream, how Sam's actually does that and, gives them small donations to start up their businesses and stuff like that. I don't know if these all were part of it or if they are just small batch brewing companies across the country that they've like handpicked these ones to start with, and if they're going to do any more.
I don't know about you guys, but I just caught a glimpse of Stud Muffin Jim Bab.
Oh my gosh. That's a good looking trophy, isn't it?
And I'll also throw it out there for you guys. If you guys haven't seen this one yet, I would try to pick this one up as well.
Oh, yeah, the Harvest Heffy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have that one.
It's like the perfect Tweezen beer because, I mean, it's full-on Hefeweizen, but at the same time, it's got the pumpkin spices in there, so it's a nice transition over into the fall.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll have to give that one a shot.
I mean,
because white girl like her pumpkin spice, all right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely white girl season. White girl season.
It is.
Uh-huh.
Big time. It's gonna be like the memes with the sweaters and the hoodies and the leaves.
How do you get a white girl?
Baby.
Yep. We're our own worst stereotype.
Yeah, Starbucks. You want to get what the hell do you want to get a Starbucks for the dirty ice?
Starbucks, I don't know if they still do it, but they there for a while they actually had hop syrup that you could put inside your coffee.
That's cool.
My dad was kind of, I guess, looking for a nightcap tonight. My dad really doesn't drink much beer, but he was asking me how to put whiskey or bourbon into his coffee and how he should kind of go about it. So I was trying to give him some little tips and stuff. So but I found a way. Actually, I know all of you guys know. Oh yeah. Meg McLean, she just posted up a thing earlier this week. For your basic bitch season, pretty much. To make pumpkin spice latte shooters, and
Okay.
oh my God, they're so good. So
Yeah.
I don't know if she still lived down the road from me, which I do miss her dearly. But yeah, I could see me and her sitting there and drinking those all fall season long.
Why don't you get her on the Beer and Bullshit show?
I should. I need to give her a call one of these days. I don't ever call anybody though. I'm a hermit.
What's up, Jim Bab?
Yo, sorry I'm late.
It's
That's
okay.
James.
Better late than never. Yep.
We missed you.
The all-star lineup. Look at that. Look at
Yep.
that. Full
The
house.
All-Star light up.
Nice.
We're back.
We all had our summer break. Now we're ready to get back down to some serious beer business.
Right.
Beer
Beer
business.
Summer beer
Yes.
drinking. It's time for late summer beer drinking now. So
That's right.
Have you opened one yet, Mr. Bab?
I just did. And I opened up a Maine beer company, another one, which is,
And another one. And another one.
you
and
know,
another
it's easy
one.
to just say, I'll just have another one. You know,
Yeah.
just, would you like another one?
waitress.
Of course.
Hey, waitress, I'll take another one.
Yeah.
Just one
Let's
more.
just say, you know what?
Oh,
They've
yeah.
got plain white label. They're really not that creative in their marketing.
Hey, you know what, Jim? That just means that there's more money going into the beer, not the label.
Sure, why not? I think it would be fun if they had because everybody's got a 16-ounce can now. Imagine a 16-ounce can that looks like this with like brown top and bottom and a white band around the middle. Like,
That would be cool.
I'll be right back, guys.
okay.
Right.
I'm
These guys are
trying
such
Melvin
bottle
here for the
snobs.
first time. Big time.
Anyway, I was saying these guys are such
It
bottle
tastes-
snobs. They have these special 15-ounce bottles they bring in from Germany or whatever. So anyway, hope they get to cans. All right. Okay, I cut over. Scott, what were you saying?
I said no. That would be really cool if they did that, because it would be kind of unique to them.
If they're going to get into cans, I don't think they're ever going to go cans. I think they're going to be bottles.
I doubt it. Yeah.
But meanwhile, everybody else has got great cans now. So
Well, I've been talking to people over the summer about this. It's just like, now, I prefer the 16.9 ounce, 16.2 ounce, those cans. But there's been some that are like, I think I've seen like Dogfish Head and a couple other companies. I think they're like 19-ounce cans.
19.2.
like a
Yeah, there it
can
is.
bomber, basically. That's what
Yes,
you're-
almost a can
Right,
bomber. Right. 19.2. Yes.
And I feel that is like the perfect amount. You
for
know,
a single serving.
To
right?
take to
Because
the
I mean,
movies with you.
well,
take to
not
the
only that. I
beach.
mean, it's just like a lot of the good beers that I've ever had are in those like 19-ounce cans, and it's just like that was perfect because of the fact that it would just filled me up to the point where I don't think that I could actually finish a bomber, but at the same time, it wasn't a 12-ounce can where I was just kind of left and was like wanting more.
See, like Amy could drink those by the 6-pack.
Yeah.
I would certainly give it a run.
And if I'm not
could brew
mistaken,
coffee
it was
with
the 1050 bourbon barrel aged or rum barrel aged that I had that was in a 19.2.
1050
Yeah, oh yeah.
1050. Yep.
barrel aged 1050. Nice.
Yep.
Actually, Jim Bab, over the weekend, I was telling the guys earlier, you'd have been disappointed in me. I went to Duclaw's 21st birthday party at the brewery up in Baltimore, and I was doing flights, and a lot of them, well, one of them was 21. What did I say? 21 21 point something. Anyways, it was ridiculously high ABV. A 21.92, the highest ever brewed in the state of Maryland and verified by the Siebel Institute.
Wait,
Fermentation alone.
Is that the there's an institute that comes around and be like, yep, that's dank.
To verify, what your actual ABV is on it. And but anyways, it's called Colossus. Anyways, a couple of those, and we went in there about 1 o'clock. The brewery was open from 11 to 4. We got there about 1, left at 4. Went and grabbed some lunch, but we were trashed. By the time we got the Uber back to the house, neither one of us really, I think, remember getting back there. But about 8 o'clock that night, we both woke up on the sofa, clothes on, shoes still on, just laid back across the couch. Pretty much just, it wiped us out. So we had to get up and start drinking again. When you wake up almost sober at 8 o'clock at night, after being passed out for about 3 hours, I mean, what else is there to do? You got to go with
Pop
it.
Pop
a top.
Why would I be disappointed? It sounds like a great story. So,
well, passing out before the sun went down was definitely not one of my. That's something I haven't done in a really, really long time. But if you're going to do it, you might as well.
It's called a siesta, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
You might as well do it at Duclaw's 21st birthday party.
As long as you don't get thrown out, I think.
No, we didn't get thrown out, and even the brewery liked all of our ridiculous pictures from there. So, because we were definitely goofy.
Now that you've been there, has anybody else had what was it? Weyerbacher's 22?
I don't know. I know I just had another sour from them over the weekend. I think I didn't talk to you about it. Maybe I talked to Chris about it, but it was fucking horrible.
Weyerbacher's
you guys might have liked it, but I hate it.
It's brewed for their 22nd anniversary, and I'm like, dude, it's a Christmas beer.
So
it was just surprising as crap. I mean, it was like 16 or 17%, and it was a Christmas beer. And I was like, it's good. I was like, it's fantastic, but you released it in like June.
Well,
and
that's for Christmas in July.
So what?
That's for Christmas in July,
Of course, Scott's never heard. Scott's from Ohio. He never heard of Christmas in July. So,
Damn.
come on, give him a break.
We do
know why
because,
people go to Ohio.
I mean, there was like a crap ton of people.
We could be beer snobs, but don't be seasonal beer snobs,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd like to see more people bucking the usual seasonal trends, right? Like, why not? When everybody else is ruining the shelves with like pumpkin beers, why not come out with a double IPA or a porter or some kind of like Pilsner or something? Who cares what season it is, right? We most of us live indoors now most of the time, so
just give me good beer, give me a decent ABV, and give it to me in variety, because that's one of the problems I had when I was working at the craft beer place that I was working with in town. Is me and the owner's wife, we'd have all these like browns and stuff like that on tap, and even some of the IPAs. And after a while, we'd be like, okay, can we just change out the tap handle, even though we have more kegs of this? Because, fuck, man, we're bored. Give us something different. We're bored.
And that's a big problem with a place that doesn't like really go through their beer so fast. That, I mean, it's just the constant. I mean, they buy up like big kegs or many kegs of the same kind of beer because of the fact that they're like, oh, well, it's summertime, so let's buy up all these wheat beers and Hefeweizens and all this. And it's just like,
gross.
Dude,
it's
really?
Like boring. But the thing is, in the
town. That's kind of the same way that I am with all these IPAs. It's like everybody wants IPAs, and I want stouts in the middle of summer.
I want both. Like tonight, I'm drinking a triple IPA now, and I'm going to go straight over to that Russian Imperial Stout as soon as I finish this bottle.
There's no reason you shouldn't. I applaud you, Amy.
I'm a rebel, and I will do what I want.
And
don't tell me what to do.
I just went ahead and finished up mine, so I'm probably going to move over into this.
Whoop
Oh, is that
Stout.
Stone?
Whoop.
That's Stone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a bottle of that
That's
at the
a
house.
stone.
Yeah, that's actually pretty decent. It's
The
all right.
Woot Stout. This is this year's Woot Stout.
I had last year's, but
I want to try it.
we've got this
Oh,
year's
yeah.
bottles sitting on the counter waiting for me to decide that we're gonna open it. Oh, Rick's so cute. He always asks me. He's like, "What do you want to open tonight? What do you want to drink?" And I'm like,
Oh, I'll do Chris a favor here. I'm going to have this beer in my newly acquired New Belgium glass as well.
Ooh, very nice. All the way
Hey.
from Colorado.
Hey, like I said, and people were absolutely shocked when I said that I don't want beer for my birthday because I've got a whole bunch of beer already, of course. But I want a snifter glass, okay, so I could pick up the aromas a lot better and do beer reviews better with that particular glass. I guess Greg from Greg's Beer Review has gotten to me on this, so that's what I want for my birthday. So I got plenty of beer. Don't need any beer for my birthday, but
Quote unquote.
a
Don't need any beer. Chris
Yeah.
Bennett. What the hell? What's going on
Chris,
here?
yeah, I don't think that I've ever
What?
heard anyone say I have enough beer.
Right.
It's not possible.
Well, when
It's
you've
just
got a
making
small,
sense.
when you've got all your beer in one little location and it's getting a little, crowded. Yeah.
Between my boyfriend and I, we have 2 beer shelves and 4 beer refrigerators.
My whole floor.
Dang.
I've got like a whole little shelf over here in the floor, and everything else is covered in beer.
Hmm.
We need to actually get rid of food to make room for beer.
Start just packing it chock full of nothing but double box. Therefore, your food is your beer.
Okay, what does it get to the point where we're no longer beer connoisseurs, but
We're
we're
beer
beer hoarders?
It's just prudent survival techniques, right?
Right. Especially when
Survival techniques.
we're all sitting there worrying about the pop of the great craft beer bubble, and we're just starting to hoard it now.
But think of it. If there was a zombie apocalypse,
$29.99,
it's a barter
Can
currency.
buy our book.
Oh, the bottle caps. I've got like 2 12-packs full.
Shane, you're kind of low. Can you turn up or get closer to your mic or just holler
Sorry,
more?
Shane.
Yeah. Is that better? Is that better?
You
Yes.
still seem kind of
Yes.
distant, so just speak
Okay.
up.
Just said so. Let me try to just unplug and replug.
Ooh, that is smooth.
The beer or my voice?
Both.
Oh, Chris, another thing about this beer that I'm drinking right now from Majority, the triple IPA. It's
Yes.
it's 124 IBUs on top of
Wow.
evil and amazing.
Wow, that's a lot of IBUs.
That's a lot of IBUs.
That's a lot of IBUs.
How many IBUs?
124.
Do you need like special gloves to handle that? I mean, I guess that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Jim Bab, you missed the bottle. Hold on. It's a triple IPA.
Show Jim Bab the
10%.
bottle.
Hang on a sec. Let's see.
Can you see?
Yeah, just rotate it a little bit.
Mm.
See, now that's somebody that put some thought into their label. Maine
Yes.
Beer Company, come on, man.
They want to put more money into the beer, Jim Bab. Come on, I kept telling you that, man.
They should name it the generic Maine Beer Company.
Jared Maine Beer.
Hey, Chris, can you send Drew Phillips an invite?
Yes, I can. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Now that you've had a high IBU like that, now you need to start looking for McKellar's 1,000 IBU. And they got one that's just a regular, and then they got one that's called 1,000 IBU Light.
I'm a little skeptical of 1,000 IBU claim.
Yeah, I mean, I can't
Yeah.
it being 1,000 IBUs, but I mean, I'm sure
You
it's
won't
up
taste
there.
it anyway.
You should just
Who is
get some
the
cheap Everclear.
official IBU measuring body, that like international governing body on IBU rankings?
You would still have to be like the Cicerone.
It's probably in England.
Would it?
Well,
probably
McKellar's
maybe
is overseas
it's
anyway.
the kind of thing that only like 1 out of 1,000 IPA lovers can even appreciate, because they have a certain like number of taste buds that allows them to actually benefit from 1,000 IBUs.
You can't taste anything over, I think it's 120 anyway.
It's kind of a weird unit, isn't it? What is it? International Bittering Unit, or what is it?
Yeah, the international.
Yeah,
Units.
usually bittering, right.
Seems a little vague. And not
Think
very
of the
descriptive.
Brits.
I've found
Well,
very little
here's
correlation
the-
between IBUs and like beer flavors that I like. I don't just.
I have. I noticed that once I'm between 60 and say getting up closer to 100, I'm getting like a super lot of, your real hoppiness, your bitterness. But once you hit over 100, it has a tendency to smooth out.
Yeah.
Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA, probably not the best example, but I mean, that's an example of where the hoppiness tones down in an IPA, but the ABV goes up and you get a lot more booziness, a little bit more smoothness to it. But this particular beer right here from Adroit, even though the ABV isn't as high, which, I mean, to me, it's 6 1/2 a dozen of another if it really tastes good. I would pick this beer over Dogfish Head every day of the week.
Well, that's not that hard to beat. I mean,
Well, I would say,
Agreed.
on an actual,
There you go.
on an actual flavor. Because I think the Dogfish Head, even though I do like it, and of course I get my yearly allotment of it. It's almost overly boozy to the point like they almost try too hard on it. This seems like it just comes natural and it feels right. It tastes right. It goes down easy. It also makes you a lot drunker at the end of the night because you drank a lot more of them than you probably planned on. But, luckily for my sake, it's not that easy to come by. So I don't have 10 of these in the refrigerator, because if I did, I'd probably drink
That's the
10 of
beer
them.
right there.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And if I could get my hands on more, I'd send all of you guys a bottle, but obviously it's out of production. So all their beers, be in such small runs, but that's such a good brewery. Seriously, whenever you guys can all kind of go to the Northern Virginia area or whatever, like, we really need to hit this brewery up and just pillage.
I'm in. Let's do it. Set it up.
No plundering while we're there, just pillaging.
Great pillage, plunder.
Okay,
Only-
well then, shit. Well, I'm in.
So those beer bottles never stand a chance.
That's right.
They've been accosted.
Man, this like Stone's beer, man. This collaboration is it's really good. I thought it was going to be more heat on it than what it is.
Or maybe I'll have to
Well,
hit that one up this weekend.
Well, I'm opening up a new beer. It's the one of the ones that my distributor just picked up. It's the Revolution.
Nice.
Revolution.
Ooh.
The Citra Hero.
Okay.
Keep that
The
down.
IPA.
Over. There you go. There it is. The Citra Hero.
Citra Hero. Yep,
That is a really good beer.
Americas.
it is. And actually, in 2 weeks, they're doing the Mosaic Hero.
Nice.
So, yep.
I love single hop mosaic beers typically.
All right,
Just look out for what was it? Death Cars Russian Imperial Stout. Oh my God, that is so good.
All right, hey guys, the kids wanted. I don't mean to interrupt, but they wanted to pop in and say hi. The girls have been clamoring pumpkin spice beers because they've had a chance to smell them.
I didn't know that were
just like typical girls.
It's a great way. Pumpkin beers
Typical
are
white girls. White girls.
beer.
Robbie's ready for gingerbread stout to come out so he can sniff some of
Me
that.
too.
You know, everybody's ready for fall and winter. So, but the kids wanted to say hi, so I'm gonna go tuck them in real quick, and I'll be
Give them.
Oh, you gotta go, guys.
Give them a taste of beer. It's important so they don't raid your whole cabinet and replace it with water.
Oh no. They understand mommy's beer stash. So, and they also realize. Well, I went to before I go in. I went to my local bottle store, the Bucket Trade, yesterday, and bought. Well, I'm sure you guys know the Avery Demons of Beer. Anyways, I bought 6 beers and just a single 6-pack of mixed, and it was $93, I think, after tax for the 12-ounce bottles of those evil ass beers. But my boyfriend's never had a single one of the Demon series, so
You didn't.
he's gonna have them.
I'm still waiting for the Pump KY to come out.
He got, I think, he got me the pumpkin. He got me that one for Christmas last year.
The Avery.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So everybody
Now, as far
else is
as I
buying their
hear,
girlfriends like diamonds and random.
This year is supposed to be their
shit. I get
best
beer.
and biggest batch.
Awesome.
So everybody's supposed to get some because evidently they put out this big article about their barrels leaking.
Mhm.
And they said sometimes you would check a barrel and it would be completely empty. Now they had people come in from Germany and show them how to, keep these barrels full. So they said this year they had not one drop lost. So it's going to be the biggest batch ever.
Nice, because Avery, I mean, God, they put out some killer beers.
Damn right.
But anyways, these were between $15 and $20 a bottle. So
Yep.
I knew in my head what my bill was going to be, but normally I walk out of there with $100 worth of beer, but I'm normally walking out of there with a couple of boxes. Well, I walked out of there with a 6-pack. So, but it's going to be so good.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad. Oh, so bad.
You've got to do something nice for yourself once in a while.
Yes. Well,
And keep
but
the
anyways,
boys
I didn't
happy.
mean to interrupt you, Chris. The kids just they kind of came out here. They like to make an appearance every now and again.
It's okay.
And it's up to us to bring up the next generation of beer lovers, right?
That's right.
We have to encourage them.
Be a
And we are.
positive.
My dad gave my son a sip of Coors Light
Ew.
Oh,